What's going on, family? How's everyone doing out there? You know, it's now May, everyone. Everyone out there watching Black Power Rise right now, I want to thank all of you all. Thank those that have subscribed. Thank those that have left the comments. Thank those that have hit the likes. And I want to remind you guys out there. I want to remind everybody out there. It's now May, everyone. Did you get to your goals yet? How close are you all to your goals that you set out for this year, 2025? You know, the reason why I bring this up because sometimes you've got to be selfish for the success that you want. Sometimes you have to sacrifice. Well, we all know you always got to sacrifice and stuff. But sometimes for you to get to where you want to get to, you've got to be selfish. You know what I mean by that? I'll use myself for an example. Back when I first started writing, you know, I was always in basketball tournaments from a teenager up to adulthood. And when I started getting into my writing, you know, when I was learning about it after Carl Weber told me and Hope Clark helped me out and stuff, and I seen how successful they were being and stuff, I was taking it even more serious than I was before. So I was sacrificing. I wasn't in that many tournaments. Let's say like on a weekend, I would be in like 4 or 5 tournaments when I was younger. And then when I got to an adult and as I started taking my writing serious, it started being like 1 or 2 tournaments for that Saturday or even that week and stuff. So I won't say that to say sometimes you've got to sacrifice. That was me sacrificing because you have friends of mine. Yo, Kyle, why you not in this tournament and stuff with us? Yo, why you not? And asking me questions, but they would just see me writing and stuff. And, you know, that's what I wanted to say to you guys. Then when it came to me learning about the entertainment business, wanting my novels to be stage plays, and then when I got to meet my Moving Mountains family, I even made more sacrifices because I knew I wasn't going to be hanging out like I would be on a Friday with my cousins like that or my friends like that, because I knew the next morning for Saturday morning I had to be at rehearsal. And that was me. That was the choice that I made because I knew where I wanted to get to, and I wanted that first stage play of mine, which was Someone's Got to Be on Top. So if you all never read that novel, I'll leave it in the description. But back to it. So when I had that first stage play, you know, I made sacrifices. And me and my cast members at the time made sacrifices. So this is why I say sometimes you've got to be willing to sacrifice and be selfish for the success that you want, everyone. Don't forget that. And don't ever forget God neither. Because I'm not going to let you. Not here at Black Power Rise, y'all. You know, I want everyone out there to, you know, say a prayer. Don't ever forget God is always with you. Also, I know some people might not even like what I say when I'm saying about sacrifices. I know some of us may be looking at that as, oh, he or she's being selfish, but that's not the case whatsoever. Because as my old mentor, even Hope Clark, had told me, no one cares. You've got to be the one to care about your success. You've got to want it. You've got to show God, Jehovah, whatever you call him, the Almighty, Yahweh. It doesn't matter. But I call him Jehovah. Anyway, you've got to show him how bad do you want the success that you say that you want. And then you've got to show yourself, meaning you got to put that work in. You've got to be the one to do it. DIY. Do it yourself. Sometimes you have to do things yourself. Yes, you can get help, but at the same time, you've got to put the work in because nobody wants to waste their time. And speaking of that, even when you want to be successful, you don't have time to waste. That's what I mean about sometimes you may have to make sacrifices because at the same time, those that may look at it in a bad way, oh, you're not making time for us. No, because I have places to go. I have things that I want to accomplish. So you've got to say that to them. You've got to say that to yourself. And at the same time, if they're true friends, they're going to understand. If they're true people that love you and want to see you do well, they're going to understand that. So don't ever forget that, everyone. It's your boy Kasim here at Black Power Rise, where I love to inspire all of you all and motivate everybody out there. And these shirts you see, yes, they're Black Power Creation shirts, but you have one here, Can't Stop the Hustle. This one here, Hustle the Legal Way. And sometimes that's just motivates people. That's what I love to do. Motivate you guys out there. So sometimes, as I said in this video, you've got to be selfish and be willing to sacrifice. I know we were taught a different way. We were all taught a different ways. But I'm going to get to right now what we were taught versus reality. The reality is what we were taught versus reality. What we were taught when we were being raised, it may have been taught that believing that selfishness is bad. And I'm telling you, it's not all bad. How you use it is your choice. But me, when I need something to do, when I have goals, as we all have goals, we've got to be selfish sometimes. Because look at it as our children. They are the ones taking those state exams. We're not there in front of them to help them. So they've got to be the ones to be doing the studying. We've got to be the ones to help them, but at the same time, give them the strength, knowledge, courage to get out there and get that good grade. So it's the same thing when you want to achieve a goal and want to be successful out there. You have to be selfish for that success that you want, everyone. Because sacrificing your time is noble. And when you out there trying to build, really build, you've got to be selfish. Because you got to be the one putting in the work. Yes, you may have a team down the line, but in the beginning, you got to be the one to do it yourself. And I'm speaking about myself. When I was writing novels, I was writing in notebooks, everyone. Yeah, I said it. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm actually proud of it. And when I would go to my cousin's house or friends, shout out to my boy Coma, Clarence, Antoine, that used to let me use their computers. And I was in college at the time. Even my cousin, David, I would go to their houses, take out the notebook on my book bag and type. Because back then I couldn't afford a computer. And this is what I always say. Don't ever forget those that have helped you in the long run. But when it comes to the success that you want, you've got to be the one to plant that seed. You've got to be the one to water it. God is going to be there to see it grow. You're going to be there to see it grow. Again, this is your boy Kasim here at Black Power Rise. At the same time, if you didn't get the chance, please hit that like and subscribe button. I don't care whether it's a dream, business, career goal, or just personal growth. You've got to be the one to put yourself first. Yes, if you have kids, that should motivate you even more to want to be more successful, to want more, because you're showing them what it takes. You're showing them they have to put the work in to get good grades. So don't be ashamed, people. Don't ever be ashamed. When you hear me talk about being selfish, it's not being cold. You let that person know, whoever you're dealing with, whatever friend you have, you are focused. Okay, everyone? It takes real determination and focus to be successful. These clothings that you see me design for me and my daughter, it's because I was focused. The novels that I have, the 9 novels, and I'll put them in the description also, but I wrote them because I was focused. And my upcoming novels, it's because I was focused. My stage plays that I'm having. Shout out to my cast also. Yes, my stage play has been pushed back to September, everyone, but that's quite all right. But I will let you guys know when it's out. Yes, the play Mother Love Says Prayer Changes Things will be happening. On top of that, when it comes to my other projects, I'm making it happen because I am focused. So that's what I want you guys to be. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Why? Because it's your dreams. It's your success that you want. And as I always say, don't never forget about the man above. He's always there. Talk to him any time of the day. Anytime. He always tells you. You can call on him any time of the day, everyone. And you know, at Bible study, my boy Kali always said, you can't save everyone. Because I'm always helping people. You know, that's just who I am as a person. But let me be real with you. You can't pour yourself into others when you have goals to accomplish. I mean, in the past, don't get me wrong. Again, I use myself as an example. I did that. I would help people, help family members that needed help, and then I'm the one coming home late at night. I'm up writing and still got to get up early in the morning. All because I was willing to help those. Yes, I have a great heart. Those that know me know that already. But at the same time, when it's time for your goals, when it's time for your dreams, you've got to be selfish, everyone. Because, as I said, what was told to me, no one cares. But you got to be the one to care because it's your dream. It's your kid's dream. All right? There's a right way to be selfish. And I'm not talking about stepping on people's shoes to get ahead. I'm not talking about stabbing them in the back to get ahead. I'm not even talking about talking down on them to make yourself feel better for you to get ahead. That's toxic. That's toxic people. And I'll get on a subject on that on another time. Because there are some toxic people that don't want to see you successful out there. But again, that's for another time. Right now, I'm talking about why you have to be selfish for that success that you... I'm talking about the kind of selfishness to saying no to distractions. Saying no to people that don't see your vision. Saying no to people that don't bring positivity to you. That's right, I said it. Here at Black Power Rise, the people I'm around, the people that I know that support me, that have supported me in the past, it was all positivity, everyone. And that's what I do with everything. Especially my last 3 novels. Especially my newest one, Success Happens When You Dare to Dream. My one from last year, Success to Become Empowered and Resilient. Because we are all resilient, everyone. We are all empowered, everyone. You've got to realize that. You've got to realize the gift that you have. Again, I always say, how bad do you want it, though? This your boy Kasim, a.k.a. Showtime, here at Black Power Rise. Once again, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, y'all. Leave the comments there. And again, I'll leave a link in the description to all my novels. Because I have a whole lot coming up. You got Year of the Gentleman 2. You got Mother Love Says Prayer Changes Things. You got Pure Evil When Cities Collide. You got The Plaza, book 1. You got Enough is Enough. It's a lot. And there's more. I have them written down. But right now, again, everyone, how bad do you want to be successful? Because we're in May now. Getting ready to be June. Yeah, it's my birthday coming up. But that's another thing. Right now, I want you all to realize the success that you want is waiting for you. Again, it's your boy Kasim, aka Showtime. And you've got to know when it's time to set boundaries. Know when it's time to get the work. Know when it's time to put in that work. Again, I use myself as an example. When I used to come from work, after coming from the gym, or at the time, whatever I was doing, playing ball, I'm coming home writing. Sometimes I will come straight upstairs, write. And also, at times when I was younger, I would even go clubbing on a Friday, Thursday, Friday. But sometimes I turned that down because I wanted to write. It's what I love doing. But at the same time, what I'm talking about is success right now, y'all. Because my writing has led to success. What are you doing that's going to lead you to your success? Again, put the comments there, everyone. I would love to hear from y'all. Again, this your boy Kasim, aka Showtime, and I'm out.